What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora had some surprising news about Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and it's funny. I just did a piece on Jarrell Big Baby Miller because of his IFL interview, which was earlier today that I dropped. But Derek Chisora said to Jarrell Miller that you're a piece of shit for bringing that drugs into the sport, for fucking everybody's money up, and I hope you die. In those words. Wow. You know, I understood what he meant when he said fuck the money up, because you guys can remember that Anthony Joshua and Darrell Miller, actually before that, the April 13th date was the undercard was a stacked card. It was going to be Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker for a while, you know, and both of those guys attended the Madison Square Garden event between Ruiz and Joshua. So, you know, I thought that was real cunning for him to connect the dots, because that's exactly what happened. So when they scrapped that April 13th date, they moved to June 1st with Jarrell Miller, and Jarrell Miller screwed it up for a lot of people. You know, and it's funny. It's one of those things where Anthony Joshua should feel just like another African fellow, Ledwaba from South Africa, because he wasn't even supposed to fight a guy in the Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a replacement. Replacements are dangerous. Replacements are unknown. You know what I mean? If you're going to pick a fighter, you want to strategically pick a fighter, you know, for a particular reason. You want to know what that fighter is all about. You want to study that fighter. You want that homework done on that fighter, okay? That wasn't done really on Ruiz, obviously, because they anticipated him having fast hands, but they didn't anticipate him thumping with those fast hands. You know, speed and power, right? And, you know, it's a trip on Jarrell Miller, because Jarrell, he's finally just came out and, hey, look, I fucked up. You know, I took a shot at my elbow, you know what I mean? And I want everybody to know, but I'm taking VADA from now on in. I won't apply for another license until 6 months is up, because they only gave him a 6-month suspension. And a lot of people thought that was lenient, which it was lenient, you know what I mean? But at the same token, you gave Canelo the same thing. Nobody got fined, you know. So, and they're both on in the clean boxing program to this day. Okay, so it's not that bad, you know. I feel honestly, Derek Chisora, you know, if he feels that greatly about Jarrell Miller, I think that should be Jarrell Miller's next fight. You know, since he's on VADA, since he's getting tested, since he's in the clean boxing program, he needs to take on Derek Chisora. And I see that fight actually could be made easily, you know, because, you know, Jarrell, he wants to get back in good graces with Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn's pissed at him. We know that. And I know he's super pissed at him now because of how everything worked out, right? Everything came to pass is because his ass failed a drug test, you know, because he should have been in there that day. You know, that's the fight that we wanted to see, and see what Anthony Joshua could do with a much bigger guy, you know. Now it's even more question, like, how would he have handled that based on what happened to him prior to getting into the ring? You know what I mean? Would it have been the same result? So that's a very good question you ask yourself. So, but back to Chisora and Miller, I think Chisora, if he felt that way about it, he should. Jarrell Miller should be one of his next fights. You know what I mean? I think that would be a great fight, actually. Two thumpers like that. Derek Chisora is a big guy. He's a sturdy guy. He's a body banger. You know what I mean? He comes right at you. Jarrell Miller comes right at you. That'll be like a rhino and a hippopotamus. Boom! Coming right together, just, you know, colliding into each other. Now, I would love to see that fight, you know, because Chisora, you know, I know it's some deep-rooted things because of the money, because of the drugs, you know what I mean? And I know Chisora's a veteran, so he's looking at it like, look, I worked my ass off to get where I'm at, to make a comeback, to make these tough fights, to make the money that I made, you know, and I did it naturally. So for someone to come into the sport and try to slide their way in there with that drug shit, it's a no-go for him. Since it's a no-go for him, it's time for him to get some payback by getting him in the ring with Jarrell Big Baby Miller. I would love to see that, and I vouch for that fight. You know, I want to know what you guys think about Darrell Miller versus Derek Chisora. Could that fight happen? Hey, the bad blood is there, right? It's personal. You know, he once tried to hurt one of his commandants, Anthony Joshua, by taking drugs in the ring. So, yeah, we got a backstory already. He was one of the reasons why everything was screwed up, you know? He's the cause of everything. So, yeah, it is a backstory, you know? It is built up animosity towards Miller from Chisora. So, yeah, I would love to see that fight. I think that would be a very entertaining fight. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Derek Chisora making a statement to Jarrell Big Baby Miller on top of, why don't they match it up? Let's do it. Anyway, tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.